History, third lesson, ninth standard, Early Tamil Society and Culture. Tamil civilization began at least 3 centuries before. As seafaring people, Tamil traders and sailors established commercial and cultural links across the sea, and merchants from foreign territories also visited the Tamil region. Due to its towns and ports emerged, coins and currency came into circulation. Written documents were produced. The Tamil Brahmi script, it means Sanskrit language, was adopted to write the Tamil language. Classical Tamil poems were composed. So we'll see about the sources for the study of early Tamil society. There are four sources, main four sources. That is classical Tamil literature, epigraphy, it means inscriptions, archaeological excavations, and material culture, and foreign literature. So through that we came to know about the Tamil society, that is early Tamil society. Now we'll see one by one. There are the four already I mentioned: classical Tamil literature, epigraphy, it means inscriptions, archaeological excavations and material culture, and foreign literature. We'll see one by one. First one, the classical Tamil literature. It means the classical Tamil Sangam consists of the Tolkapiyam, Padinen Mel Kanakku, it means 18 major works, and the Padinen Keel Kanakku, it means 18 minor works, and the 5 epics. Through that we'll know about the early Tamil society. These are the books are called as Tamil literature, that is Tolkapiyam, Padinin Mel Kanakku, Padinin Keel Kanakku, and 5 epics. Next source, epigraphy. Epigraphy is the study of inscriptions. Inscriptions are documents scripted on stone, copper plates, and other media such as coins, rings, etc. Through that we came to know about the early Tamil society. Epigraphy, it means it is the study of inscriptions. Now hero stones. Hero stones are memorials erected for those who lost their lives in the battles and in the cattle raids. Cattle raids, it means like Jallikattu. So through that we'll know about the sources of early Tamil society. Particularly for the hero stones example, Puliman Kombai hero stone. Puliman Kombai hero stone is famous in the Theni district. Pottery inscriptions. Now we'll see about it. Pottery vessels from the early historic period have names of people engraved on them in Tamil Brahmi script. So early Tamil people's names written on the pottery by the language, that is Tamil Brahmi script. It means Tamil Brahmi. It means Sanskrit language. So in the Sanskrit language, on the pottery, the people's name have been written. Potsherds have been discovered. Potsherds, Potsheds. Potsherds, it means broken pieces of the pots, have been discovered in Arikkamedu, Alagankulam, Kodumanal, Keeladi, and many other sites in Tamil Nadu. Now archaeological sites. Through the archaeological sites, we came to know about the early Tamil society. Archaeological excavation refers to systematically digging a site to recover material evidence for exploring and interpreting societies of the past. So, excavations at Arikamedu, Alagangulam, Urayur, etc. provide the evidence we have of this period. Coins. Through the coins, we'll know about the early Tamil society. Coins as a medium of exchange were introduced for the first time in the Sangam age. The coins of the Chera Chola Pandyas, punch-marked coins and Roman coins form another important source of evidence from the Sangam age. Punch-marked coins have been found at Kodumanal and Bodinayakkanur. Foreign literature. Through the foreign literature, we'll come to know about the early Tamil society. Pliny's natural history. Pliny the Elder, he was a Roman writer. He wrote natural history. Through the natural history, he speaks about the pepper trade with India. Then Ptolemy's geography. Ptolemy, Ptolemy's geography, providing a geographical details of the Roman Empire in the 2nd century AD. Kaveri Pumbattinam, Korkai, Kanyakumari, and Musiri are some of the places mentioned in his geography. I will say about the early Tamil society, how they administer the country. That is political powers of Tamilagam. The Sangam age has its roots in the Iron Age. In the Iron Age, people were organized into chiefdoms. From such communities of Iron Age emerged the Vendas and Valiers. So, like first one, we'll see the Moovendar. Among the political powers of the Sangam age, the Chera, Chola, Pandyas occupied preeminent positions. They were known as Moovendars. Moovendars, it means the three kings from the Chola period, Chera period, Pandyas period. The rulers ruled the country. So these three periods rulers were known as Moovendars. That is the three kings. Now the Cheras. The Cheras referred as Keralaputras. Keralaputras controlled the region of present day Kerala and also western parts of Tamil Nadu. Vanchi was the capital of the Cheras. Then about Cholas. The Cholas ruled over the Kaveri Delta and northern parts of Tamil Nadu. Their capital was Urayur. Now come to the Pandyas. The Pandyas ruled the southern part of Tamil Nadu. Madurai was their capital. Now, economical condition of the early Tamil society. Agricultural production. People practiced agriculture, pastoralism, trade, and money exchange, hunting, gathering, and fishing. So, agriculture was one of the main sources of subsistence. Crops like paddy, sugarcane, millets were cultivated. Both wet and dry land farming were practiced. Now, industries and crafts of the Sangam age. In the Sangam age, there were professional groups that produced various commodities. The system of production of commodities is called industry. Now, pottery was practiced in many settlements. People used pottery produced by Kalamsiko. It means potterers. Then iron smelting industry. Sangam literature speaks of blacksmiths and their tools and activities. Gold jewelleries in the Tamil society. Gold ornaments were well known in this period. Gold coins from Roman was used to make jewellery. Now pearl fishery and shell bangle. So the Pamban coast is famous for pearl fishery. A pearl has been discovered in recently excavated Kiradi site. Now transport in the early Tamil society. Means of transport. Bullock carts and animals were used to transport goods by land. Barter and coins. Barter was the primary mode of exchange. For instance, rice was exchanged for fish. Barter system means it means instead of money or rupees or something, so they exchanged goods by goods. Now, early Tamil society people, how they had trade with the overseas people or foreign people is the title. Tamilagam and overseas interactions. Tamil country had connections with countries overseas both in the east and west, like spices, pepper, ivory, and precious stones were exported. So from Tamil Nadu, we exported spices, pepper, ivory, and precious stones. Then metal like gold, silver, and copper, and precious stones were imported. So from the east and west countries, we imported the things like gold, silver, copper, and precious stones. Emergence of towns and ports. The Sangam age saw the first urbanization in Tamilagam. Cities developed and they had brick buildings, roof tiles, ring wells, and planned towns, streets, and storehouses. Kanjipuram, Urayur, Karur, Madurai, and Kodimanal were inland trade centers. Large towns appeared in the Sangam age. Small villages, however, found in many areas. Bronze vessels, beads, shell bangles, glass beads, pottery with the names of people written in Tamil Brahmi script were found at these sites.